Instagram, you're just going to have to deal with the sideways view. All right. What was the question? The question is, when do you get clarity in life about any goal? How do you help yourself for that? So basically, how do you help yourself find clarity for any goal in life? I'm assuming that's what you're saying. This is a super common question. Here's what's helped me. I sit down and I think about, what do I want? Right? Not what do I need to do? Right? What do I want? You know, a lot of people, they have a destination. They want to reach a destination, but they don't know what it is. So they focus on what needs to be done without a clear direction of where they're trying to go. And so they're just pushing the gas. And they're driving and they're taking turns and they're going places, but they're not going anywhere in particular. And so they get burnt out. And so I did this for many years, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I like photography. I want to travel and I want to shoot with celebrities and I want to shoot big brands and, you know, work on cool movie sets and do all this kind of stuff. But I didn't really think about the outcome, like, overall, right? The same thing with my fashion career and music and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, why do I do all of these things? And when COVID hit, it really made me think, like, oh shit, like, okay, why do I do these things? Right? Like, what is the, what's my goal here? Is it to get rich and, like, move to a foreign country and just, like, enjoy my wealth? That would be fucking miserable. Like, what's the overall purpose? And, like, I didn't really know. And then I thought about, okay, cool. Like, say I did have goals. Say I did have goals for my photography career. Okay, cool. Like, what do I want to do? I can shoot these big campaigns. I can do all this stuff. And it's like, okay. Then when you're 80, 90 years old, do you want to say that that's what you did with your life? No. Like, fuck that. I feel like that would have been fun, but I feel like I would have wasted my life. And so you have to start from a place of, like, okay, what do I want to say I did with my life? Right? I want to say I did whatever that looks like for you. And then you reverse engineer, or you kind of break down the steps backwards. Okay, cool. How did I get here? Where did I start? So, for instance, for me, I wanted to help people find their authentic self, like their real self, and live in their power. I know this shit sounds super cliche and corny as fuck, and, like, coaches and motivational people say this shit all the time, but it's true. It's really true. I want people to live free and happy, empowered, with peace, and in truth. Because I believe that when people do that, they are living out their fullest expression as a human being, which is an image of God. And I think when a human being is living that out, there is no greater fulfillment. So whatever that is, whatever that looks like, right? Whatever that is for you, you know, that you have to figure out. And I help people figure this stuff out. This is what I do, in a nutshell. But what I did for myself was, like, all right, cool. Like, you know, how do I figure this goal out? Started from the end. It's like, okay. And I have stacks of journals and shit that I would write in and just kind of brain dump constantly. And I feel like, oh, I figured it out. And then a week later, I'm like, fuck, I need to iterate. And that's just the way it works. Excuse me. But at the end of the day, what do you want to say you did with your life? And then start breaking down the steps. I want to say I did this with my life. Okay, cool. Where did you start? For me, it was like I just started sharing what I've experienced and my perspective on things on the internet, on TikTok, on Instagram. And you have to break through this. When you're pursuing your goals, you have to break through this threshold of judgment and this fear of what people are going to think, because people will think shit. They will. And you'll do and you won't see results. And you'll do and you won't see results. And this is why it's so important for this to be something that you're willing to dedicate your life to. Because if not, the years that you go without seeing the results that you want will burn you so bad that you'll never want to come back to it. And then you'll feel lost within yourself, like you don't know what you want, and like you try things and then you fail, and you try things and fail, and you're just like, I'm just a fucking failure. Because it's like, no, you're not a failure. You're just pursuing things from the wrong place. You're not pursuing it from the end goal in mind. You're pursuing it from the need that you have right now, which is most times financial, right? And sometimes it's status based, right? You feel like a fucking scumbag. You feel like a nobody. So you want to do something that makes people approve of you, right? I did this for many fucking years. And I was really good at all the things that I did. And I achieved a lot of success doing those things. And I got to a point where it was like, who the fuck am I doing this shit for? Like, this isn't working how I thought. I'm getting burnt out, and I really had to think, like, who am I doing this for? Right? And so at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, who am I doing this for? Why am I doing this? And what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? What do I want to say that I did with my life? And write that shit down. And answer the question, okay, how did I get there? Where did I start? And again, like, I'm kind of running a rabbit here, but for me, it was posting videos on the internet. Awkward as fuck. Because everybody knew me as one thing, and then I'm over here giving these motivational speeches, and like, people are like, what the fuck? What is this guy doing? Right? And now it's a completely different story, right? Some people still think that. I get it, whatever. Like, my girlfriend was even telling me, like, because we met through TikTok. She found me on TikTok, and like, she even said, like, she saw my videos and was like, this guy's full of shit. And then she saw me on live, and then was like, okay, well, maybe. And now she's the mother of my child. And we have an amazing relationship, and I love her to pieces. But yeah, it's like, I had to understand that I know that I'm not full of shit. I know when I am. I know that some of my content is super fucking corny, but it gets the message across, right? It just is not who I am as a fundamental being. Like, it's not who I am fundamentally at my core, right? And so you have to know these things, and it's like, you can't be afraid to be cringe. You can't be afraid to be corny. You can't be afraid to be misunderstood. You can't be afraid to not be approved of. You have to approve of yourself and accept yourself and accept your vision. And when you do, nothing can deter you away from, I hope I said that right. I don't know why I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Away from your goals. You won't get burnt out. You'll get tired. I get tired, like, doing lives and recording YouTube videos and making content. People don't realize it. Like, for me to post one video is kind of a lot. Right? I have to make sure I'm saying things right. I have to make sure it makes sense. I have to think of all the angles in which I'm saying things and what can be said and what kind of topic of discussion can be had based on what I'm saying. And do I believe what I'm saying, right? Or am I just like kind of, we all do this. We say something because we heard it somewhere and it resonated with us, but we never really examined it, right? And so we just say it, and then later on we're like, wait, I don't even believe that shit. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But anyway, long story short, start from the end. What do you want to say you did with your life? And let it scare you. Let that answer scare you. Because if it doesn't scare you, it's probably not the truth. So anyway, that is my advice on how to find goals, define goals in your life and your overall purpose, right? So I hope I answered your question. But anyway, thanks for asking it. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Darren Rios. I'm a coach. I'm a personal coach and creative consultant. And this is what I do for people, as I said in this video. And if you're interested, hit the link in my bio or visit darrenrios.com. You can apply to work with me one-on-one. I have a ton of free stuff, too, that you can download. And if you don't want to work with me one-on-one, you want to kind of coach yourself at your own pace, I have an email course. It's only $47. You can buy that, and then you can email once a week. It's super in-depth. It's all about changing your limiting beliefs and understanding your thoughts and your belief systems and how they affect your everyday life and your overall life and things that hold you back from achieving your goals and the vision you have for your life and so on and so forth. So hit the link in my bio and you can check all that stuff out. And if you have any questions, as always, you can reach out to me and I'll respond, as long as it's not some crazy weird shit that I get some weird people who reach out to me sometimes. Just don't be fucking weird and I'll answer you. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, I love you guys and thank you very much for that question.